My name is John. I go by he, him pronouns primarily, although if someone uses feminine pronouns or non-binary pronouns, I'm open to all. I identify as gender fluid and queer. I'm 23, almost 24. I'm a Leo, of course. I knew that there was like a differentiation between my sister and I. Like I knew that I identified as fluid as a child. Like I would be very androgynous and play with predominantly feminine toys. I grew up in Toronto, but like Toronto, Scarborough, not Scarborough, Scarborough. I just graduated from OCAD for graphic design, so my hobbies are like predominantly graphic design work and visual work. I started to question gender from the onset of kindergarten, literally. My favorite figure, like in Disney, was The Little Mermaid, because she was like genderless in a way. I have one sister. We both have like reversed gender roles in our household, like growing up. Like my sister's a rugby player, the strong one, the one who's like physically active. I was the one who was always interested in the more traditionally feminine. Yeah, I don't have any like activities or processes that help me deal with gender dysphoria. I love thinking about gender stereotypes, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I make people who are not in my life in a consistent basis question like gender roles and identity. I love the idea of like anyone who is completely passionate about drag or has even like the slightest interest. I love people expressing themselves through like drag and performance, through identity. My opinion on RuPaul is complex. It's hard to, this is hard, right? Like people push movements forward, but then like everyone is human, people stumble. It's just like not a good situation. I used to attend the Beaver heavily. My big thing with realizing like nightlife and safe spaces, there's always that one chance or risk that someone who isn't familiar with what that establishment stands for can like eventually come in. It could lead to harassment or mistreatment. Like even at spaces like the Beaver, I have been called out on my gender and harassed. Literally, a stranger came up to me and asked me how long I've been on hormones as a conversation starter. Like they thought that that was a socially acceptable thing to do. Yeah. What I would say to young kids who struggle with their gender identity, even if you don't see someone who you want to be or a role model that you can connect to, like make that be your own role model, express yourself, pave the way. Do you realize how beautiful and important you are? Sometimes I realize how beautiful and important I am a little too much. Yeah.